welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. You know what it is. And if you're new to this channel, a very warm welcome to you. Please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to like. So as you guys can see with the title below, today we will be talking about networking 101. I will be speaking on the importance of networking, especially as a student, and also I will be touching on how I get invited to these events and how you can get invitations on those events. Also, I will be sharing some tips and just pointers, things that I have learned while networking, the do's and don'ts. So let's first start with the importance of networking. Guys, networking is very important, especially as a student, and it's not only like going to these events, but it's very important for you to engage with your coursework outside class or outside the theory part of your degree. So for example, if you are doing law, it's very important for you to engage with the law outside class or outside the theory part. You need to start engaging with the law practically, and by engaging practically, I mean you can go and volunteer, right? You can start going to volunteer in places that you think you are interested in. You can go do court shadowing, you know, and if you know of an advocate, you can go try and apply to be their legal researcher. There are a lot of things that you can do to try and engage in your coursework or in your degree. You can also be part of associations, which is the route that I took, because I remember I was applying for VAC work and they were just rejecting me left, right and center because I didn't really have much that I was doing anyway. So I was just being rejected left, right and center, and you know what, I decided enough is enough. I am going to join associations within my faculty, and yeah, let's see how it goes. And it went very well. I went to course shadowings. I was part of I was actually engaging with the law. I was part of volunteer. I was now volunteering. People knew me, you know. So I think it's very important for you guys to just go out there and see what's out there. So guys, putting yourself out there and just engaging with everything else besides theory helps you find yourself and where you want to go. So if you are doing law, for example, you get a chance to actually just navigate and see on which side or department of the law you'd want to specialize in. So you might find you just wanted to do criminal law, but you find you know, there are other sections. For example, you want to go into military law, you know, and I once did a court shadowing in the military court, so you could go and do shadowing at the military court and just find more information about it. So it just gives you a broad perspective of what you're doing, of your degree and what your degree is about. And you know, a lot of people want to go into criminal law, a lot of people want to go into, you know, litigation and stuff like that, but there are other laws that are currently in demand, like military law, aviation law, about media law, you know, sports law, you know, that you could venture into. And going to these events and engaging and volunteering, going out there, you know, asking people and just finding out more about your degree gives you this perspective. So guys, networking and just engaging outside of your coursework really helps you when it's time for interviews. So when they call you for an interview, they want your CV, obviously. And a lot of people complain, and a lot of students complain, I don't have experience. Like these companies want experience, you know, and I don't have experience. Where am I going to get experience if I'm just a student? And when they say experience, they do not necessarily mean you were supposed to be working maybe part-time, but they want to know what initiatives you were part of. They want to know what you were doing outside your degree. They want to know what were you doing during recess, you know. And if you get to an interview and they say, tell us about yourself, they do not necessarily mean to tell them you love chocolate cake. But I mean, you can put that in, but at the end of the day, they want to know what things were you part of, like what are you bringing to the table, what skills have you acquired while you were studying. So coming into an interview with just like your LLB degree on the CV and saying that you're a hard worker and whatever, and nothing else on your CV doesn't necessarily help you get the job. Honestly, but like, to be quite honest, like, you need to put more. You need to go out there, be part of more initiatives, because that's what they want to see. They want to see ukuthi you can go out there and engage with other things, and they want to see ukuthi you can cope with your job, or you can cope with your degree and other things that you are doing. So yeah, guys, you can start by going around in your university and asking around, especially in your faculty, asking around ukuthi what initiatives are available for you to join. And for example, Awusaula, Blask, you know, they have like code shadowings, for example. You can go and be part of those things. And you know, I'm a pet drives, you can be part of that. Charity organizations, be part of that. Just do something outside of your degree. A lot of people think like networking means going to these like high level events and just rubbing shoulders with important people, sipping tea with your pinky out. No, please, like, no, that's not what it's about. Initially, there would be a program. If you get invited to this event, there is initially a program of the topics that are going to be spoken about and everything. And normally, yo guys, another thing, please, like, I'm actually going to mention this at the end, but please don't be late. It's very important that you're not late. But in the beginning, there's going to be obviously like a welcoming, and they're going to introduce you guys. We'll say, okay, hi guys, welcome to this event and stuff like that, blah 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 blah. And they're going to mention on who's here, right? They're going to mention, maybe they're going to say, to the people that are here, we have directors of whatever, we have, you know, ministers, and we probably have, you know, whoever. So at least when the program starts, you now know who's here and you know who you want to talk to at the end of the day. Okay, fine, the program will like carry on, and most of the time you will feel lost. Please don't be alarmed by that. You will feel lost, you'll feel like an insane imposter syndrome, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, just tell yourself Uguti, you're here to learn. I have received questions on Uguti, what are these events about? Like, what is being spoken about? Like, what are the topics about? And do I actually have to prepare for the event? If you get the program before the actual event and you're asked to read on it and just get familiar with the topics that are going to be spoken about, then it is of your interest to go and read about those topics. You do not, like, you're not going to necessarily be forced to participate, but obviously it's of your interest to participate, to comment, to even ask a question. Because if you are commenting on that event, if you're commenting on like a topic, whatever, there are potential employers that are looking at you like, okay, you know. If you are even like asking a question, and you know, like a meaningful question, like, you know, a question that is just going to get everyone moving, then already they're like, okay, well, who's that? A student. Oh, from which university? What's her name? You know, I got to speak to her during break, you know, and I got to hear her thoughts about everything. So to just give you an idea of what these events are about, I attended a conference where they were celebrating 25 years of the Constitution. So it's been 25 years since the Constitution has been, you know, formulated or made or whatever. So yeah, you know, there were a whole lot of topics that were being spoken about. There was a whole lot, everything you can think of the Constitution. The topics were there, from human rights to international law to like everything you can think of when it comes to the Constitution. It was spoken about. So I remember one of the questions about the Constitution was, is the Constitution factual or moral? Is the Constitution relevant to the current society, and is it strong enough for the current society? You know, when it comes to the Constitution, is the Constitution the problem, or is it people that are implementing the Constitution the problem, right? And I remember, I think someone said, our Constitution is it's ranked one of the best in the world, so it's the people that are implementing the Constitution. Conversations like that, and you get to ask questions if you want to ask questions, you get to comment if you want to comment, and you know, if it's your first time going to these events, it's quite daunting, and it's quite scary, and you're just like, yo, you're just taken aback. So I think that's what you should expect when going to these events. There are different types of events, but most of the time you will get the program. Like I said, you'll get the program beforehand, and you'll see what it's about before you actually go to the event. But otherwise, yeah, that's what it's about. Let's get to the part of how you can get into these events and how you can get invited to these events, right? So what I did was that I started doing my research. So like I said in the beginning of my video, I was applying for VAC work like crazy, and I was getting rejected like crazy as well. So I was just like, you know what, I just want to be involved. I just want to do something. I just want to do something outside theory. I was not really confident about going to do my articles or just finishing my degree without doing anything that is basically practical, and without me just applying the law just some way, somehow, so yeah, because I'm at UNISA, I started researching, and then I found there are associations that are within my faculty. There's ULSA, there's SAULA, there's BLASK. Those are the 3 that I joined. I think there are others, but those are the 3 that I joined. So there's BLASK, which is the Black Lawyers Association. There's SAULA, which is the South African Women's Lawyers Association, and then there's ULSA, which I think is the UNISA Students Lawyers Association, Law Association, something like that. Just ULSA. Yeah. So all of these associations, guys, you can find them on Instagram as well. They are available on Instagram. You can text them and just be a member, right? So that's what I did. I texted them, and they were like, okay, in order for you to join us, you need to be a member. And I was like, okay, I'm going to join you guys as a member. Signed some forms to be officially a member. And what happened was that so what would happen is that sometimes it's the association itself. So for example, in SAULA, because I was part of SAULA organized a court shadowing at the military court here in Pretoria, and that's how I got to be part of the military courts, because of SAULA, right? So yeah, sometimes it's the actual association that organizes these things for you, but most of the time the association itself gets invites from these events or from whoever, and because you're a SAULA member, you get to go. I hope I'm making sense. Yeah, that's how I got to go to these events mainly, because you are now known. If you're part of these associations, you're now known, and they're like, hey, listen, like there's an event, someone will text you, listen, there's an event, I'm going, do you want to go? And you'll be like, yes, let's go. Sometimes the association would be like, okay, hey guys, we got this invitation, does anyone want to go? And then you guys organize that, and then you guys go. So yeah, that's how I got into these events, how I got invited to these events, and how I got to go to these events. And honestly, guys, you guys need to just go. So what you would need to do is for you guys to just go to your whatever university you're at, because I know Wits has BLASK, right? So I think and also the University of Free State has SAULA, it also has BLASK. So just go around your faculty and ask what initiatives there are, and you can join and be a member of those. And I promise you guys will not regret it. It will be the most productive year you have ever had, because you're not only busy with your schoolwork, but you're also engaging in other initiatives, and you're also going out there and knowing more. And by the end of your degree, you would have known what you want to specialize in, or what you actually want to do, because your mind is now so broad, and you've seen everything, and you've seen the advantages and disadvantages of some areas of law, or some departments of your degree that you don't really like, and some that you like, and you're now quite comfortable in actually graduating and going into the work field. I think I forgot to mention, before I just get into my tips, I forgot to mention, when you get to an event, right, there is normally just a program set for everything. So the actual networking times is the tea time and the lunch time. Those are the 2 times that are so crucial for you to network. The rest are just you just participating. Those are the times just you participating and you asking questions and whatever, just listening to whatever they're saying. But where you get to network, like really get like a face-to-face engagement with people, is during tea time and lunchtime. So the first tip I'm going to give you guys is to not be late. Like, guys, please don't be late, because it's so embarrassing and it's so uncomfortable, especially if you're going to those high-end events. Like, you can't be late at the Gallagher Convention Center, for example, because that's where the big shots are. Like, you can't come late, because you're going to be so uncomfortable, guys. Like, you're going to be so uncomfortable and you're going to lose your confidence. Confidence, I'm going to network and I'm going to make this like as fruitful as possible. But manje usakhoni, because now you're late, everyone is just like staring at you manje. And another thing is that at these events, sometimes it takes a long time to come in, right? There's a whole process before you actually get to the event. Like, you know, you need to check in, they need to check if your name is there, they need to do whatever before you guys come in. So if you guys are late, you guys are literally gonna miss like the first half of everything. Guys, another tip that I want to give you guys is that I was gonna say, Wuti, don't come with your friends, but guys, it's not safe these days. Please come with your friends, come with someone at least, don't come alone. So that's why I would come with the associations, with other students that are part of the association, right? So, you know, at least we know that we are all together, we came together, we also communicate. So, you know, that's fine. But if you are coming like at your own discretion, if you're invited by a friend and stuff like that, okay, sharp, come with your friend, right? But please, like, you want this to be as productive as possible. So when you get in there, when you get to the actual event, don't search with your friends, please, unless you're still feeling out everything and you're still nervous, it's your first time, then okay, it's fine. But I would recommend for you not to search with your friends. Go put yourself in the middle of like businesswoman or something, like it's a like, just go and put yourself somewhere like in the middle of whatever. And I'm telling you guys, you will come across conversations that you've never come across before, and you will come out of that event so different, and it's going to be so productive, and you're not going to regret it. So you need to make sure that you get to that event and don't be shy. Yeah, like, guys, don't be shy, and just like try and make it as productive as you can, right? Try and get as much information as you can. Try and, you know, engage with people as much as you can, right? So that by the end of the day, at least you are leaving with something. Like, you're not just leaving and you're just feeling so overwhelmed and you're feeling like imposter syndrome, and you're just like, I'm never doing this again. You know, if it's not for you, then okay, fine. But if it's not for you because you didn't even try, our girl, no, please, like, at least try and see how it works out. If it's really not for you, then you'll see that it's not for you, but after you've tried. So another tip that I want to give you guys is guys, as much as these events and networking are, a lot of people see these events as like an opportunity to get a job because there are potential employers in there. But guys, please don't get there and be like, hi, my name is Nkosingphile, and you know, like, I heard ukuthi unelo firm awungizame lapho. That's not how you do it. Like, please don't do that, you know. Just approach the person properly. Hi, introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Nkosingphile, and you are, and then they'll introduce themselves. And if they said something at the actual event, because remember, this could be like tea time or lunch, if they mention something during the event, just say, oh, you know, I really loved what you said at the event, you know, you sound like an attorney, you know. And they'll say, for example, they'll be like, yes, I am an attorney, but I actually own a law firm. Oh, okay, well, that's interesting. Don't shoot your shot yet. Shh. Okay, fine. Oh, okay. What are you doing? What are you busy with? What are you doing? Oh, okay, no, I'm just a law student. I'm a fourth year law student, and I am currently looking for articles. Or any volunteer opportunity possible. But I just thought that I should just come and just network, come and engage in some conversations. I'll be like, oh, okay, you know, we actually do we actually do offer articles and volunteer positions. This is my business card. Just send over your CV and maybe we'll have a look at it. Where are you based? Oh, I'm based in Pretoria, or I'm based in Johannesburg. You know, oh, okay, cool. Just send over your CV. Now that I've seen you, I think I'm gonna have an idea of what we're talking about. You shot your shot, and there's nothing more to say after that, you know. And it's not a guarantee. Please just know, it's not a guarantee that they're gonna call you back or they're gonna answer back. They're just gonna be like, hey, thank you for your CV, but if you are really not what they're looking for, then you're not what they're looking for, and that's okay. But at least you shot your shot. And yeah, and another thing that I used to do is I used to print out my CVs. Like, I printed out CVs and I would come with them, because I knew I would be seeing my future employers, and you know, they'll be like, oh, I'm like, you know, I actually have my CV here, do you actually want to see it? And they'll be like, I remember there was someone that was like, you're so rude. It was just like, no, I don't do hard copy, send me an email, you know. And some of them are like that. Some of them are just going to dismiss you, and you need to have thick skin. So yeah, guys, you need to have thick skin. Like, not everyone is gonna be as nice, you know. A lot of them are nice, and a lot of them, you know, they'll even give you tips on how to, you know, on what to do while you're still studying, on what current employers are looking for, you know, and that can help, you know. So yeah, just have thick skin. So sometimes you will get to events, guys, and like, it's just not going to be what you expected, you know. Maybe the people there are just like a different type of people. So I remember I went to this other event, and I remember I came there with my friend, and we just sat at a random table. These ladies were like, yeah, what are students doing here, because this is a grown-up event, you know. They were talking amongst themselves and thinking, we can't hear, and we could hear everything. And I remember I already had anxiety from everything that was going on before, because I remember there were like accommodation issues and stuff like that. So I already had anxiety before, right, the whole thing. And for me to just get there and to hear such comments, I like totally had like severe imposter syndrome. And I remember that event, I didn't even finish that event. Like, I left early because I started having like panic attacks. I started crying. You know, when you start feeling alone, there's so many people here, but you feel so alone, you know. And because of that, I literally called my dad. I was like, no, please come and fetch me. The event was not even done, but I was like, nah, like, I'm leaving, right? I'm leaving because I just can't do this anymore. So sometimes there are situations like that, and unfortunately you're not going to be able to escape all the time, right? Me leaving, it was not a good thing, but it was just a good thing for my mental health at the time, because I just hated everything after that. So I literally just left, right? But I remember I went to this other event again, and you know, sometimes you just need to thug it out, you know. If they say something like that, or if they just dismiss you, then you know, it is what it is. You know, I deserve to be here. I was invited, especially if you were invited, right? You're not a plus one. So I was invited, so I have every right to be here. So sometimes you just need to thug it out, have thick skin, and just not take note of what they're saying, because at the end of the day, this is a profession that you're going into, and there are people that are going to be like that. And sometimes you ask yourselves, well, how? Like, why? Because we're here to learn from you guys, like, so why wouldn't you understand? But at the end of the day, you live, you learn, and you know, sometimes it's like that out there, you know. So yeah, guys, I hope these tips were helpful. I hope everything was helpful. Please, if you guys have any questions, please let me know down in the comments. If I left anything out, please let me know that down in the comments, and I will show onto you guys. So that's all from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to summarize it as much as I can, but I tried to give you guys detailed information of everything. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, this was my experience, and these are my tips and things that have worked for me. So I hope they will work for you guys. I hope they will be of help for you guys. If you've reached this far in the video, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Leave a thumbs thumbs up down below, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Till next time, bye.